So honestly, this is the kind of video that I just want to put you guys on. That's why I'm making this review for this show one time, cause I kind of want to put people on because it's not really talked about and it should be, and it does kind of confuse me as to why it's not talked about. Cause the story is just like the setting and everything is just so good that I'm surprised it's not talked about. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, it's this new anime that came out. I forgot its name, but it's um hold. So after researching, I found the name on my phone, and the show is actually called AI no Idenchi in Japanese. That's the Japanese thing title for it. And it's a show that kind of released recently this season. And for this review, I'm not really going to focus on our main characters, our main cast of characters, but instead, I'm just going to focus on the world and what's really happening in this world. So the reason I'm so I think this is a show that should be very hyped. Like, I don't understand why it's hyped, but the reason I think that is because the show is pretty much, it tells a story, or the story is set in a time in history, like ours in the present, where AI advancements are, um, in the future, like AI machinery and like putting stuff in humans' body. Like if you saw the show, like you'll know what I'm talking about. Like augmentations, the grain, um, like like very advanced AI things, and it just shows the development of AI, like making these life machines, and what we're going through. And the reason I like this show so much is that it doesn't really stop there. It also shows us the dark side of AI kind of advancing. Um, the dark side, like when in one scene, student asked, wouldn't it be weird, like if I, like it, cause his friends told him, oh, why aren't you like a humanoid? Like, why are you just a human that has no augmentations? Why aren't you a humanoid? And he says, wouldn't it, like he asked, his friends asked the question, like, why do humanoids die? Because, like, you would assume, like, if they have this much, like, there would be an augmentation for you to, forever be young or whatever. And the student answering says, you are right, but wouldn't it be weirder that from now, if we went to our high school reunion in like 30 years and I look the same while everyone around me is like these old people, just I like stayed the way I am, wouldn't that be a little creepy? And to this, the student, agrees, like, yeah, it would be creepy. And then he also says, also, if I could, with a chip inserted inside my brain, I could become, the third, like, the smartest person and pass the test pretty easily. Like, wouldn't that also, um, wouldn't that be like cheating pretty much? And obviously it would. And that's where their conversation ends, but it like kind of continues on. So like there's just other scene where there this kid's on track and field, kind of, he's a runner, sprinter, whatever, and he has this augmentation for like, I don't know what it was, but he has an augmentation, and he goes to this doctor to get it checked up. And throughout this, he encountered a problem because, and the doctor tells him that, the reason that you're slowing down, or you're seeing some slowdown, is because um is because for some reason he says that humanoids, like, they have, like, once a human gets the augmentation, one drawback is that um they're less athletic or flexible. And he says, like, you'll start to have more pain on your joints. Like, you won't be able, like, you'll be at not as severe, but at a slight disadvantage, compared to a regular guy, that doesn't have zero augmentations like his friend. And throughout this scene, he's very jealous because he says, "Oh, if only I was human, like, I could run my full potential." And I just feel like that whole scene with him really establishes that the advancements of AI, it's not all pretty, and like, it could get pretty dark, and especially toward the end of the episode. So pretty much the doctor's old friend, who's a woman, or no, does not identify as a woman, but no, she has features of a woman, so you assume a woman. And then he pretty much goes, like, after her checkup. The doctor shows, an old photo that he had with the person he was with, his old friend, and he shows it to the nurse he has, his apprentice, I guess. And you can see in the photo that it's originally a man. So his friend, born man, pretty much got augmentations that kind of uh allowed them to put on features of women, like boobs and just women things, pretty much. And to this, the nurse is, very, not disgusted, but confused, like, cause he apparently, while he was in there, he grabbed her chest, and not in a sexual way, but like, kind of to say, "Oh, these are, like, soft, like, I want that for me." And she questions, like, "Oh, what does the person identify as, like, a woman or a man?" And I feel like what the doctor said was really, you know, sensible for that question, or, like, I feel like the way he answered it was the right way to answer that kind of question. He said, neither, those kind of people, or the people, like, they're trying to, I guess, grasp or explore, like, a concept that is beyond the concept of men and women. And, he said, and I feel like that's a great explanation for, the transgenders. Like, are they men and women? Like, no, they're people who are trying to explore a concept beyond men and women, and see what other classifications there are, I guess. But what I really want to talk about is the segment that was at the end of the episode. So, his old friend, goes to this basement, and apparently he, or I guess she, is part of this whole organization, I guess, that works with the advancement of AI. And, she goes down to basement to meet this machine called Mitchie. They're kind of android, like, an android, pretty much. Like, if you saw the episode, you know, but, like, pretty much an android, like, has the features of a human, has everything of a human, consciousness, everything, but they're just a machine. And before she, like, goes to meet him, as she's walking, she says something very, for me, it was, profound. Maybe for you guys it might be dumb, but I think it was kind of profound. And she said that, in the back in the old days, or in early human history. Like it was, the machines were used by the humans as tools. Like they were always tools. And then now we're getting to an age where the tools or the machines are, getting better. They're they're advancing, and they have a bottomless pit of stamina, and they're pretty much just getting better than their kind of creator, the human. And she kind of, she didn't, she kind of poses this question of when will we, like, are we about to cross that line where the the AI can now use humans as tools as we in the past used machines as tools? Like, will our roles switch if they continue with the advancement of AI? And I just think the whole concept of the show, like, not even the main characters, but the concept of the show is very cool. Like I said, it talked about AI, the advancement, and I just think it's very relevant to our, um, to our setting in our world in real life. With the advancements of AI, transgender issues, and just overall, I just think it's a very underrated show, and I'm surprised no one really is talking about it because it is a really good show. And for anyone who watches this far into the video, I do hope that you at least give this show a shot, first or second episode. Like, I know it only has 2 episodes right now, but it is, I feel like it will get better, mostly because of, like I said, the setting, the AI thing. Like, there's a lot of ways this story could go, because like I said, it's only on episode 2, but I believe that this show should get the praises it deserves, and I really encourage anyone that watches my videos to really at least give this show a try. Like I said, it's called AI No Identity, or something like that. So far, I only had like 2 episodes. It just recently started. Like today, I think today I just watched or finished episode 2. Very interesting, like I said. But yeah, I encourage you guys to go watch the show AI No Identity. Very good. Um, and I have a feeling that a lot of people will be able to kind of relate with this show. And overall, I think it's just a very good show from storytelling, and like there's a bit of drama with our main characters, so I didn't even go into our main characters, but pretty much it revolves around this doctor who is a man. It revolves a man who's a doctor who kind of helps with the humanoid situations. Everything's happening, and it's just telling his story of like how he helps them, the humanoids, and he also has his own set of problems. Like, I think he's trying to find like the person who copied the memory of his mom. And in that, I guess one of the rules was you can't copy a person's personality or back it up, because like, obviously, if you're the main reason you want backup is because you want replacement. Like, if she dies or if the robot dies, it's okay. I have her personality backed up in the cloud. I could just boot up a robot, and then it should be the same. But then they pose a question as to would it really be the same person? Like, even though you are taking the exact memories from her cloud, and just putting it into a separate robot, even though she would lose like some of her memories, like at the end of the day, would it really be her? Or would it just be a copy of her? And that's a really interesting question and everything. And yeah, I just really recommend you guys watch it. Like I said, it's called AI No Identity. Just aired this season, only 2 episodes out as of now. And yeah, very cool episode, but yeah, overall, pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna end it at that. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.